some kinks out. I'm trying something. I got a tablet.
Tell them one more thing because I had you on mute.
Oh, okay. We are working on some things tonight. And it is, so I'm trying to see if I can get onto my community YouTube page, and it popped up, but I don't know. So I'm looking here to see. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to have my assistant see if she can get it on my phone. Well, I'm trying to see because I always miss out on all of the comments on YouTube. And so I'm trying to see if I can watch it on my tablet. So hit that. See if you can get me. Dorothy's checking it out. So, hello, Charlene. Hello, Beverly and Karen and Cindy. Hello, and Terry's here. Okay. Pat should be coming on. Oh, goody, I can. Okay, now, this might be kind of difficult. I might have to get rid of one of the devices because Chuck has a Zoom meeting tonight. So that means I have my computer, my phone, and my tablet all connected to my video so that I can hopefully see comments in all the places. So I don't know what she did, but she got me on my tablet. So although my tablet is awfully blurry, I don't know why, my Facebook is clear. How am I coming across to everybody out there in internet land? Because my tablet's really blurry. I don't know why. All right. Well, these are the cards that we made last week using the lavender paper and the lavender suite. So these are the paper or the cards that we made. And the winner of those cards.
What was last week?
Last week was the 11th. The winner of these two cards, I think it's just that my tablet might be smudged with fingerprints. I don't know. Is Anna from Florida. So congratulations, Anna. I hope that you will join us here, even if it is a little bit late. So those will go to Anna. Okay, so everybody says I'm good. All right, great. Like I said, I had Pat all set up to come on, and I don't know. You don't have any voice on your laptop. Oh, well, that's not good. Although I really don't like
She doesn't have any voice on her laptop. She can't hear you. Tell her that's no good.
Oh, that's true. So write Beverly a comment. I'm still thinking that even if you can't hear me, that you can hear me if I'm talking. Okay, it's been one of those weeks, okay? So this is the card. Oh, you're holding your iPhone. Okay. Hi, Cherie. Cherie is on YouTube. Very good. Well, I have you. I don't show you doing a comment on. Oh, Cherie's on Facebook, not on YouTube. Okay. So here's the card that we're going to make tonight. What?
You.
Me. Oh. I'll tell you what it's. Okay, let's just start this over with. My name is Sue Sanders, and I'm with Suzie Q Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Missouri, and I come live every Thursday night except for the fourth Thursday when there is a pre-recorded video because I have an important meeting. So this is the card, and I am using the garden, no, it's called the Meandering Meadows paper. And last week, Terry said that she had a hard time with the landscape papers. So this is the paper pack. So on one side you have the pretty flowers that look like they're watercolored, and then on the backside, then you have another more subtle page. So I thought, why not show you how easy it is to take some of this all over paper design and make a card out of it. Okay, so that's what we're going to use tonight. So I took a balmy blue card base. And if you're wondering why I have this white sheet of paper here, it takes the glare from my overhead light off of my glass mat. Okay, so this is just cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25. So that's the base of it. Then I have 2 pieces of the petal pink, and 1 piece is cut at 2.25 by 5.5. Okay, so that's going to be a layer. The second piece of petal pink that I have is cut at 3.25 by 5 inches. So that's going to be a second layer. Now, I took 1 piece of that designer series paper, okay, and I cut it a 2-inch strip off of the left-hand side. That piece is going to be flipped over to show the back. Oh, hello, Pat. I'm so glad that you got on. And we're going to attach that to our petal pink. Now, you could have you can choose any colors that you want depending on the papers that you have. Okay, I just thought that the balmy blue and the petal pink is really pretty together. So then when I cut my other piece, I cut it off, and then I just cut it down so that it would fit my mat. So this piece of designer paper is 3 inches by 4.75 inches. Okay, so let's just start by laying these down, and I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus adhesive. So has everybody been staying warm this week? Oh my goodness, these temperatures have just got me so cold. I had to leave the house today to go to Columbia with Chuck for his pulmonologist appointment. And he is doing quite well after his pulmonary embolism last year. Okay, so we've got that down. I am putting on my Magenta Madness glasses so that I can see a little bit better. So by using and just cutting apart your designer series paper that has the all over, I know it's coming again, Karen. I'm really hoping that it doesn't mess up my day tomorrow. We shall see. By cutting off your designer series paper and using both the back and the front side, you don't have quite so much of the design showing. Okay, so this is one way, Terry, that you can use your all over paper. Then I'm going to lay this piece down, and it's going to have just a slight little border on the left-hand side. So, Cherie, how was your road? Are you going to be able to get out for class tomorrow? I know I talked with Cindy McGee earlier, and she finally made it out of her driveway yesterday after being stuck for a while. If you type something to Pat, give her a little bit to type her answer back to you. She's not very fast at typing the comments, so she always just kind of doesn't say a whole lot. All right, so I'm just going to lay that down there. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to kind of center but not center it on my front of my card, just so that it kind of has the same amount of border on the right side. Beverly, I wish you would just keep your nasty weather up there, up north by you. I don't think we're supposed to get a whole lot here. At least that's what I've kind of heard. It's supposed to stay more north of 70. So I'm kind of glad about that. All right. So there is our card. Okay. Now, you could use this card as is, just as it is right now. You could put a greeting on it and put some of the embellishments on it, and it would be a great card. So this is a very simple and fast card, right? We're going to push it up a notch. I can't think of the word I wanted. I had to take a cup of coffee because I'm cold. We are going to now take the stamp set, Fun on Wheels. And if you have people that are avid bike riders, or you have kids or grandkids that like to ride bikes or skateboards or scooters, this is a really cool set to get. So I've had this set. I got it probably November, something like that. No, Beverly, you do not have to share your snow because you can keep all of it. Okay. Dorothy still is frozen in her pipe. She doesn't have any water yet.
Yes,
but she does have
drain.
So that's a good thing. I've just taken a piece of basic white paper and cut it at 3.5 by 4 1/4. And that's going to be what I'm going to stamp my bicycle on, and then die cut it. So we're going to die cut that because it does have a matching die set. And I'm going to do my bicycle in Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue is one of the colors that coordinates with this paper pack. All right, so I've inked up my stamp really good. And now I'm going to stamp it down here. All right, looks good. Now, I'm going to take my, all right, Charlene, IE had a. Is this code for something that I'm supposed to know? Or did your fingers just mistype? I don't know.
Charlene must have seen our post earlier today about being able to taste pictures.
Oh, taste.
Because she's had so much coffee.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do love my coffee. All right, so I'm just going to take my blending brush. Oops, fingers working. Yeah, I kind of figured that. When I seen that, I thought, maybe that's code for us. I don't know. So now I'm just going to take, and I don't want a big blob, so I just kind of took some of it off, and I'm just going over the top of my bicycle. And I cannot take credit for the creation of this card. I seen it on another demonstrator's Pinterest board. I do not remember her name, so I am sorry, but thank you very much for sharing. She did it on a different type of paper, but I had seen some that was using this meandering meadows, and I love this paper. And I kind of think of, when I see flowers and bicycles, I always think of Holland. I don't know why.
Because nobody else can have flowers or bicycles.
Right. But anyway, so you're just going to kind of ink over, and you don't have to worry too much about how much farther over than the stamp image that you see. One reason is because we're going to die cut this, but it's just kind of giving and filling in there by the spokes so that we get a nice light coloring on that. All right, we're going to do a couple of dies, so we're going to just set that aside. The next thing that we're going to do now, Cindy, we don't hoard paper. Use your paper. Love your paper enough to use it. All right, so now I have also used, because I really like this font, this Softly Sophisticated, which is a free stamp set, I believe, in the Celebration catalog. You get this plus the, let me double check so that I'm not telling y'all a falsehood here.
You don't want false advertising.
Softly Sophisticated bundle. So you get that stamp set, but you also get, and it's in my stuff for class tomorrow because we're going to be using the embossing folder. There it is. It has a really unique embossing folder. I called it a chain link fence because that's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's a pretty chain link fence. Yeah. I'll be glad when they get my partials back in. So this is what, if you can see this, this is what the design is on the embossing folder.
We can't see it.
You can't see it? Okay. Sorry, ladies, that you can't see it. Maybe this. Can you see it better that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, it just kind of looks like a chain link fence, only prettier. Yes, Cindy, I'm glad that you really mean that you need to buy it and then use it. All right. So we're not using the embossing folder, but you do get both of those in the Celebration catalog with an order of $100. So that's a really nice set. But I really liked this hello there. When you use a greeting like hello there or thinking of you, you can use that card for so many more things. I mean, you can use it for a birthday card. I need to have our pebbled path that you're using, and then I will return it to you. Thank you. Hi, Anna. How are you? You missed the very beginning, but Anna, you were the winner from our card drawing for last week. So you get to have those 2 cards that we made.
Message us with your address.
Can you message me with your address again? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, girls. I really don't. So I'm going to use the hello there, and I'm stamping that in the pebbled path because it's not black, but it's a darker color, and I like that.
I mean, just because she's in Florida, you don't.
I know. I was trying to talk to Anna long distance by yelling because she's in Florida, and Dorothy says I don't have to yell. Let's see. I'm reading your good. I'm happy to be a winner. Well, I'm glad that you are a winner. Everybody's a winner eventually. All right. So now we have that, and I am taking a die from, I love to use my different sets for using them in multiple ways. This is the Stylish Shape dies, and so it's got a little banner die in it. Terry, there's a way that you can get this glass mat for free, and that is you could sign up to be a demonstrator between now and the end of February. You can get this for free. Your kit would be $99, and you get to choose $125 free. And then you be your own customer. There's no commitment for how long you have to be in. And if you don't want to continue getting the discount for yourself, then you just quit being a demonstrator and come back to me. And that would be great. So if you're interested in getting the glass mat for free, and yes, it is very good for ink blending and all of that. I was playing with ink last night and I had ink on my glass mat, and all I needed to do was just take a damp cloth and I wiped it right off, and there was nothing to it. All right, let me find. No, Terry, unfortunately, the glass mat is a special, and if you look in your celebration catalog, the little on page 17, it shows you what the options are. So the only way you can get it, other than being a demonstrator, and then there was only a certain number of glass mats available for current demonstrators to purchase, is to sign up as a demonstrator. But like I said, it's a great deal and you don't have to do anything. I mean, you absolutely do not have to do anything. You can buy your kit, get your glass mat for free, and if you don't ever want to put an order in to get a discount, you don't have to do that. You can continue to just order with me, and that's nobody is going to come back and say, oh, well, you didn't fulfill anything, because no, you're not going to lose anything, Cindy. So, you know, it's a great thing to do if you want to be a hobbyist and you just purchase your own product with the discount. All right, so like I said, the Fun on Wheels has its own die set, so it does have the bicycle that you can put together, this one here. Then it has the skateboard and the scooter, and then it has the big bicycle. It looks kind of funny because I looked at that and I thought, well, what in the world is that going to cut out? Well, it cuts out this bicycle because it's kind of on an angle. So if you're interested in that, Terry, like I said, there is no Stampin' Up! Police that are going to come and say, oh, well, you didn't do that, because it's a win-win. If you like the mat, you can get it for free and you pay $99 and you choose $125 in products, any products that you want. And now is a great time, because if you do become a hobby demonstrator, then when you put your orders in, you still get the celebration items, the free gifts. All right, I'm going to run to my die machine and die cut these two things out. So I really do think that if you're interested in this glass mat, then sign up to be a demonstrator. You don't have to do any parties or anything, okay? And now is a great time because it is a special. And they don't always order something like this. I had to pay $60 for my mat. So if you figure you're getting $60 free, plus you're getting your kit, she does think she has to yell so her friends can hear her. Yes, I do. Dorothy's always hollering at me. Yes, Karen, I do like these everyday labels. They are really beneficial, and they've got so many things that you can do with them. Because then, let me see where I put this one. Yes. Well, I never know if my voice is going to be picked up on the mic. Oh, yes, here they are.
Well, it is when you're nearby, but when you walk to your machine, not so much.
Okay. Anna was laughing so hard she forgot her address. That's funny, Anna. All right. I did lose a die the other day. I misplaced it. And what happened, it was my bicycle die. And I couldn't find it last night. After I did my prototype, I looked and I mean I had just had it. So it wasn't like um it could have gone far. I had put it in with another die set that I was using. I mean, now, how silly is that? All right, so that's why I'm trying my best to put them right back away, even though I have my lovely little metal bowl from Cherie. If I don't put them right back, then it's like, uh-oh, what did I do? All right, the other thing, and I've already pre-cut it for us, is I took a piece of vellum and I die cut it using one of the Thoughtful Expression dies. This is another great die set, ladies. And the stamps that go with it are really pretty. Okay, mine are all jumbled, mumbled. If you have a good, sturdy, strong, magnetic strips or sheets that you use for your dies, let me know because I am looking for some. The ones that I had were kind of flimsy and they're not real strong. But I really like my dies on a magnet, but I haven't found the ones that I liked. So anyway, I used the second largest of the decorative label or like decorative die there. And I cut out my vellum piece. Now, the original one that I seen that other demonstrator do, she inked the back of her vellum. Well, I wanted to be able to see some of that pretty paper behind it. This is all fine and dandy, except Sue can't keep up with 4 conversations. She does well to do one anyway. So I wanted to see some of that pretty paper behind that vellum. So I did not ink behind it. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take our bicycle and I am going to use my trusty take your pick tool and we're going to put some dimensionals on our bike. And because I just like dimensionals. And then I think I need another one right there. I like it to be even. And I want to put little tiny ones up here on the handlebars because I don't want them flopping. She didn't have hers attached and I didn't like that. Please do, Cindy, because I do need to get some magnet sheets. And like I said, the ones that I had bought that I have some of my dies on, they're just not very strong. And so my dies still fall off of them. So I'm just going to put a half of the mini dimensionals down on my handlebars and my seat so that they are adhered to my vellum. So Karen, I noticed that you'd been making cards this week. That's awesome. And I like that you post them. So ladies, if you make cards, share them with us. You can post them on my Facebook page. And then it will be shared with everybody that's on my Facebook or that checks out my Facebook page. And I appreciate it so much if you would like and share my videos on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, I'm going to now put my bicycle down and I'm just going to fit it right there in the center of my medallion label. And now I know where I can put my adhesive on my vellum so that it doesn't show. So now I can put my glue on the back of the bicycle wheels. I think what happened today, ladies, is after we left this morning about 10:30 for Chuck's appointments in Columbia at the VA, and just sitting up there waiting, because of course, the first appointment's at noon, the second one's not until 2, and then the third one was at 3. And just sitting and waiting makes me tired. Now I'm going to take my hello there and I'm going to just put it right down here, and I'm going to use one big dimensional on the left hand side. Use my handy dandy little trash thing so that I'm not having to pop it up as high. I'm not going to, because I'm just going to pop it on one side and glue on the other, just so that it attaches to my bicycle and it kind of overhangs there. And we'll straighten it out. There we go. All right, so we are almost done with this card. And now I'm going to take, and I've got to go through all of my embellishments and pull out the ones that have been discontinued. So I cannot tell you if these are discontinued or not, but they are the opaque adhesive back gems. And I'm going to use the little tiny white ones. You could use other brads that you wanted to, or other gems if you wanted to. You could even use the white brads, the metal brads that we have, but I don't have any of those. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to use these little white gemstones here and put them there on the wheels of the axles. Okay, so I love this. I love this paper, and I like how it goes together. So simple. So does that give you an idea, Terry, on how to use your the word has just escaped me. Not the landscape paper, but the paper that has landscapes on it. And now we're going to take some of the dragonflies and birds. I just thought that it needed something kind of up here in this area. So we're going to use a couple of the birds, one of each. Oh, I already have the tip off of it. So this bird is kind of flying to the left. So we're going to put him over here. And this one is flying to the right. So we'll put him over here. Make sure I have him on going the right direction. Nothing's worse than an upside down bird. And then I'm going to take a dragonfly. And I'm just going to put him over here. So there is our card. And now for the inside, I'm really trying to turn over a new leaf and keep my area cleaned up. My assistant over here just snickered. I don't know why.
Cute, trying to keep it very clean.
You do, but you feel like, Jesus, shaded colors myself. You mean as far as doing the picture of it? Is that what you're talking about, Terry? You feel that you should be doing all the stamping yourself? And if you're good at that and you're good at coloring, that's awesome. I, on the other hand, y'all should know, I'm not 100% in love with coloring. So I have difficulty coloring and shading and doing all of that. So that's why I like the landscape pictures of the paper. So for the inside of my card, I don't have a greeting, but we are going to decorate. And we're using those Softly Sophisticated stamps. So here is my stem, and we're going to use the 2nd generation. Put that down there in the corner. And then it has a flower bunch, and I'm going to use it straight 1st generation, and this is with the Melon Mambo. Oops, that didn't get inked very good. But this paper, Terry, is supposed to look like watercolor paper, and I don't think we have stamps that would do an all-over landscape picture like this. All right, now I just have to figure out how I put my flowers on here. Because there is a way. It just took me, there we go. Now I've got it. See if I can get these lined up pretty close to the stems. And there we have our little bunch of flowers. So this card could be used for a birthday card, a thank you card, a thinking of you card. And I'm talking because I'm trying to find my chamois. And I just had it because, here it is. I stuck it in my drawer because I just got it wet right before we went live. Let's see. I'm looking at the YouTube. Anna says, mine are flimsy, but they have a sticky back, but I stick a piece of the DSP backing on it. Is that magnets? The magnets? Yeah, I've used that, and I've done it with, I've stuck them to my cardboard. My problem is the sizes that I got were not, they were smaller than my die cuts, my die cuts. And so I would have to piece magnets together. So I'm looking for magnets that are more of a 5x6 size that kind of fit in at least the big die cut package, which this one measures. This is like 6.5, almost 6 3/4 by 6.5. I don't know if I'll find one, but that's what I'd like to find. All right, let me move this stuff out of the way because I'm going to attach this to the inside. Now, I'm not going to attach it because I do believe that sometimes we might make a mistake, and at least you can always turn it over and stamp on the back side of it to fix it. So there is our card for tonight, one of them, and I'm going to set that aside. Now, I want to show you real quick. What time is it getting to be?
7:39.
Okay, we got time. I was just kind of playing around with my leftover paper because I had cut this piece too short. It wasn't what I wanted. So I thought, okay, you know what? I want to do something with that piece. So let me show you what, just an idea that I got in my head real quick, that when you have leftover designer paper, it's a good one. Oops, that didn't, what did I do? No, I just had my mat. I got it. It's all right. I think I pressed down too hard. So I just took and I made another mat. And there's really no rhyme or reason to the size of this. It was just I had cut it too short when I was cutting for my card. And I thought, well, instead of putting it away, I'm just going to do something with it. This is the balmy blue and white ribbon. It's real lightweight. And all I'm going to do is take and tie it in a knot. And I don't necessarily want to cover up all of the flowers. Come on and cooperate with me now tonight, because I want you to. And I will have a nice little note card that I can give to someone. And I am going to just pull my left side of my ribbon. That makes it for a prettier bow, a prettier knot. I'm going to get my ribbon scissors out and trim it off. Okay. And I could either put it off-centered, or I can center it just like that and put a little greeting on it. I'm not going to mess with the greeting tonight, but I am going to go ahead and attach this down with some of my glue. And I will have a second card made with the scraps. Okay. And since I'm not really sure what kind of a card this is, I could even use this as a sympathy card. So I'm not going to put anything on the front of it right now, but that's how you can use, that doesn't look very straight. Of course not, because Sue's eyes are not straight. So now I have just a very simple extra card to use the scraps for. And on my inside piece, I'm going to just take the back side of it and I'm going to put it down on the bottom, and that way that piece of scrap designer paper is being used also, because I don't like to waste my designer paper, because I do love it. Okay, so there is for the inside, and that's a second card. Very easy, very simple. All right, I am going to clean up my mess, and I am going to let my assistant come in. I asked her if she would design a card for me tonight, since I was running short on time, and she said yes. And then I said, well, you'll have to show me how to make it. And her response to me was, just forget it, I'll just demonstrate it, because if I have to show you how to make it, I may as well just do it myself. And I said, well, okay, but I didn't ask you to do it live. I just asked you to design the card for me. And the card she came up with is so cute. You will probably like this one, Terry, because she's done all the stamping herself. She does that. I use the paper as my focal point because I think our paper is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to let her come over. I'm going to move all of my stuff, and she's going to show you her card. Oops, I forgot my ribbon. Do you need this piece of scratch paper? I'll put it over. Daisy, move out of the way. Come on, Daisy girl.
We are using the Stamped with Love set and the Sending Love set.
The Stamped with Love is from the annual catalog, and the Sending Love is from the mini catalog.
And we are also using the perennial postage dies. those go in yours for tomorrow. Started out as I wanted to use something from this set because we don't ever use this set. Nobody thinks of this set. But I'm like, let's figure something out. And I liked the I like you, so you get a card. So I had to come up with a fun looking card that would show the I like you, so you get a card honoringness of it. So I came up with this one. And we just took our stamp and stamped it. And then here's our inside. So you get a card. All right. We started out with a piece of paper that was cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. All right. And I used Memento ink. And I used the letter, the envelopes stamp from that set.
Everybody's saying, so cute, Dorothy.
And what we're going to do is we are going to use our water pens, and we're going to color these. What are you digging in my drawer for?
I'm looking for that toy.
Oh, I don't need that toy.
I do.
Okay, so I used a few different colors, and I didn't really even see if the colors technically matched. I just liked them, so I used them. I figure I figured envelopes don't always match anyway, so it didn't matter. This one here is Starry Sky. This one's Flirty Flamingo. This one's Azure Blue or Azure Afternoon. And this one is Daffodil Delight. And so I wanted to show you how I painted them. So I took an empty block and I just kind of squished down to get some on my block.
You could use that on your glass plate.
I could, but I'm messy.
Or on that silicone pad that we have with the glass plate.
Yes, we could. I dumped some water out of my pen onto my block and just kind of gathered some of that water, or gathered some of that ink into my water. We don't want to saturate it because then it warps and it tears the paper, because I didn't use watercolor paper, but you could probably use watercolor paper. I just was too lazy to find the watercolor paper. So I did the envelope part just kind of the lighter color, and just kind of splashed it around. Painted it on there because to give it kind of some kind of a texture. I didn't really do any rhyme or reason, just colored it. I don't mind coloring, unlike Mom. She does not like to color. I thought we could have used blends, but we always use blends. We never use our water pens. So I thought maybe if we used our water pens, we would get more comfortable with our pens. What really sparked my interest in this set was it's in the annual catalog, and I really thought it was kind of cool how they designed it in the catalog. But I kind of wanted to put my own twist on it. All right, so there we did it the light color. Now I'm going to take and get some of the color that I hadn't watered down, because it's darker, to give me that underneath envelope, that contrast of the underneath envelope. And just kind of color it in there. The other day I got a little messy with it because I had ink everywhere. Just kind of made it with the darker. All right, so you want to make sure you clean off your brush. So you just squirt it out until the water comes clear. And I squirted on my chamois so it wasn't everywhere. And then you have to wash the block off because we're going to use the block again. I used wild wheat for my stamp. Again, I just smashed it off. Add a little bit of water. Swirl it around. And I painted my stamp. We're going to paint our yellow stamp a little bit darker because I got a little bit too light there. There we go. Add a little bit of... The stamps don't necessarily have to be one particular color. And like I said, when I stamped this, I just took my stamp and I did one because I knew I wanted one as my focal. And so I placed that one first. And then I stamped off my other ones. And one of them I had like, the way I had stamped it, I had more envelopes than other times that I stamped it. So there's really no rhyme to it. You just turn your stamping, you make your own background paper.
I always make my background paper have too much background. I'm not very good at that.
You can do that, and then it looks weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm going to take my pebbled path, and I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing, and stick my thumb in it, because everybody does that. And I'm going to take my pebbled path and do my pens.
Cherie's really good at doing her own backgrounds. She's a fantastic job.
Just kind of...
I'm a simple stamper.
Simple is all right. This isn't too bad.
No, it's not. I mean, I can do that. I just don't, when it comes to taking and using multiple stamps for a background, I have a hard time.
I think it depends on the stamp. Because with this one, I didn't have any problem. But with ones I've done before trying to make my background, like flowers, I can't do it with flowers. Flowers, they look stupid.
Who else has used stamps for doing their own backgrounds? Let me know in comments.
Just finishing up our pens. All right. Now we're done with the watercoloring. I always make my point of my brushes to a point so they don't dry funky. Clean that off. Now we're going to take our Memento ink, and in our stamps, in the stamp set, it comes with a very little bitty itty bitty heart. And I almost lost this little bitty heart like 3 times yesterday. And you're just going to stamp that little bitty heart in the stamps to give the stamp a picture, because every stamp has some kind of a picture, be it a flag or a flower. Ours has little hearts. All right, wipe that off. Now we're going to come in with the I Like You. Again, using Memento black. I started with my main one. Put it on there. And then with my other ones, I kind of looked how it would look, and I would stamp off. There we go. All right, that part's done. We'll attach it to the card base here. I took Parakeet Party and Azure Afternoon. I took the postage, perennial postage, the smaller or the second to largest one. Cut my Parakeet Party because I thought the Parakeet Party was really pow.
Right.
Came out at you.
Right, and very cheerful.
And I thought if you're getting mail, why not make it bright and pretty? So I'm just gonna glue it down here. Make sure my card's opening the right way. All right, I put this down in the center regularly. Now, if I originally I wanted this to go down in here like that, but in order to get it to fit inside this stamp cutout, I was cutting too much of this apart. And I didn't want to cut any more away from this because I wanted you to see that paper. So what I did was I turned it on an angle. Through the back up here.
Cindy loves the card. Beverly says it's adorable.
You can send it to anybody. I have a person in mind for mine. So I kind of like wanted to still see the background. So I just jankied it.
Put it on angle, not jankied it.
Well, you know.
Dorothy has her own vocabulary.
It's a Dorothy word. Okay, see how it hangs off the sides? Oh no. What am I going to do? Add some more glue so it sticks for one. Take my sticky scissors, open my card up, snip off my corners. And again, it just depends on how crooked you lay it. Depends on how much you cut off. This one I didn't really cut off a whole lot. My other one I cut quite a bit off. But it just depends on how you lay it down. Depends on how much you cut off. Make sure you get your corners laid down so they don't pop up on you.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, Beverly, if it's going to be bad weather. You don't want to go out in it just for a sample book. That's not worth it. I wish my schedule would slow down.
All right. There's your front of the card. We're not done yet. No card is done. Got to get some. I'm using the 2325 in color dots for the front.
Right, because next Friday is coffee and chat.
And as long as you put an odd number on there, you're good. It doesn't have to just be 3. And again, one card I had a lot of dots. Another card that I made, it didn't have very many dots. It was just kind of where I felt like it needed a little extra, something a little extra. Like right here needs a little something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, gotta have one more. Yeah. Right there. Okay. Now we're going to grab some Winkostella.
Of course.
Hey, my one card had lots of Winkostella on it, so I won't drown you in Winkostella on this one. But every card needs Winkostella.
Not every card.
Every card.
Not every card. Who thinks every card needs to have Winkostella?
Yes. Just depends.
Say yes or no in the comments. We'll take a vote right here and now. We've got 12 people watching.
Wow.
We have some lurkers. I would really like to know who is on, because if you comment, you will be entered into the drawing. So I know there's 12 people watching.
Mom, 2 of them are you.
Oh, okay, because I have 2 devices going.
Yes.
3 devices going. That's still.
Okay, at least one of them are, no, 2 of them, because you got your YouTube over here. See, that's not too much.
See, Karen doesn't
Stella.
think the masculine cards need Stella.
Oh, Karen, we
I
can't
don't
be
either.
friends.
I don't think that a masculine card.
Just
needs
a
it.
little, not like a whole
No.
gazillion, just a little bit.
Oh, Cherie is 2 too, because she's watching on 2 different devices.
All right, now we're gonna do our middle.
Terry was watching you color. Yeah.
Everybody needs Winkastella. You need Winkastella.
Beverly likes Winkastella.
Beverly, we can be friends. Karen's known me my whole life, but I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Oh, Anna thinks that Winkastella needs to be divided.
Yes.
All cards.
See, Anna, I knew we could be besties. I knew we could be besties. All right, I'm gonna take. See how I kind of wankered that one. We're gonna stamp off.
Can I climb up on me?
Okay, make sure I don't have any lurking black on here, or pebbled path.
Get down. Get down.
We're gonna kind of give it here in the center of the card to the side. Daisy's over here trying to give Mom, get up in Mom's lap on the chair.
Oh.
All right. Oh, snapping turtles. Oh, guess what? We have the other side.
Do it straight. Do it. You don't have to.
Well, I didn't kiss. I squished.
See?
And I had a halo.
Mm-hmm. But if you don't want to do it light, just go full strength on it.
But I liked the light, because then it made my sarcastic comment, so you get a card stand out. Tap, tap, tap.
Stella likes her Winkastella, huh, Terry? Yep.
Audrey calls it glitter.
Yeah, Audrey likes hers too.
For card class, she told Mom to make sure she packed her glitter.
You could also use, if you want to, use the stamping pad for your, to make sure. No, well, you shouldn't have to, because it's a rubber. It's a
red rubber.
Red rubber. Also known as cling stamps.
Much better.
Daisy, you cannot get up on my lap.
I can live with that one.
You cannot get up on my lap.
All right, so now we're going to take our Azure Afternoon. And so you get a card. Daisy, stop kissing.
Get down. Get down. Get.
Daisy's getting bored.
Daisy.
She's trying to seriously climb up on
my lap, yes.
Now, mind you, this entire time she's been laying down.
No, Beverly, we do not have matching nails.
No, mine
Dorothy's
are
blue and mine are a teal. We try not to get matching colors when we get our nails done.
Where'd my parakeet go?
Well, you chew on your bone. I'm not going to hold it for you, lazy.
She wants Mom now to hold the bone while she chews it. We're going to paint some grass, so it doesn't look like my mailbox is just hanging out there.
Why don't you get your other toy that doesn't make so much noise?
Mine are like a royal blue in person.
They are kind of close because hers are the darker, the blue, and then mine are the green. So they are kind of close on the camera. In person, they're not.
Yeah, in person, they're totally different. Now, we're going to use the Berry Burst for our flag.
So how many of you are going to be watching the Super Bowl if the Chiefs don't make it? Just out of curiosity.
Are they in the running for it?
I think they are, aren't they? Who's the KC Chiefs
I don't know.
fan?
Beverly.
Well, I knew Beverly was.
She could tell us.
So, yeah, they are really close in color, Beverly. So, are the Chiefs in the running for the Super Bowl? I don't keep up on all of that. Cherie's gonna watch it for the commercials. I'm with you, Karen. I could care less about it. I'm thinking about having a online stamping thing that day, just for something to do, because I don't like watching it, and the commercials sometimes are just dumb. And I'm sorry, but to pay that much money for a commercial to be shown one time is a waste of money, I feel. But
I think you need to clean your glue tips or add some more glue here.
no, they're full. You just have to know how to use them. Yeah, I see Dorothy's face trying to get my glue. Beverly doesn't like football, but she loves the Chiefs and the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, I'm just, all right, so here's my thinking on football, ladies. Why would you want to throw or kick a ball and chase after it?
Reba's going to be on the halftime? Oh my, I'm watching that then.
Well, if Reba's doing halftime, maybe
I'm watching it.
It's all these other halftime shows that they had that.
And she's going to sing the national anthem. Grandma, thanks for letting me know. I'm definitely watching Reba. I love that girl.
The other sport I really don't like, and that's golf. Why would you want to hit a ball and chase after it? Boring. Let me have my stamp room. At least I get something accomplished.
And ladies, there you go. There's your card.
Cindy loves tonight's cards.
Here's Mama's card. And there's my card.
Very good. All right, ladies. Well, you don't like country music either. I'm not a big country music fan, but I do like Reba.
I've seen her in concert, and she did a pretty cool concert.
But I think basketball is just as boring. Yes, you run a ball down the court, and you have to keep bouncing it. So great job, Dorothy.
Thanks, ladies.
Ladies, I hope and pray that the weather stays nice through tomorrow. I am looking forward to our card club. You love the you don't like sports. See, I'd rather stamp than watch sports. Just that way. The only reason I went to ball games when I was in high school was just to goof off. So, well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We really had a great time spending this little hour with you. Oh, Terry doesn't think Reba's the halftime entertainment. It's a guy, and she doesn't remember his name.
Hey, if Reba's somewhere on there, I'm watching that portion.
All right. Well, you all have a safe, warm weekend. I will see all of you, hopefully, or most of you, not all of you, because I don't think I'll see Anna at class tomorrow or Terry, but I will see most of you at class tomorrow. You all have a great weekend, and we will, next Thursday night's class will be a video pre-recorded for you. So it will come on at 7 o'clock pre-recorded. And then we will have our chat and our coffee and card on the following day, the Friday. Okay. It's Terry says something Usher.
Yeah, I think I heard Usher too. I'm not
So-
watching that part.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.